Good morning, good morning. Today is, let's see what today is. Friday, June 19th, y'all. It is 5:20 in the morning. Y'all, my schedule about to change. Get your vitamins in, you guys. I take this in the mornings. My schedule about to change. I'm gonna be working 5 to 8. 12 to 8. So I won't be up early mornings. Oh, there go that. I was looking for this. I'm gonna go ahead and do my video. Did I? Yeah, I did my videos last night. So, anywho, y'all, please stop. If you are the type of person that you feel like you are entitled to other people's stuff, please stop. Just because somebody has a vehicle does not mean they want to give rides, and they don't have to. It's their vehicle. Just because you see somebody making money does not mean they want to give you some of their money. It's their money. They don't have to give you nothing. I don't care if they rich. People be like, they got all that money. It's their money. It's theirs. They got 2, 3 vehicles. They can let me use one. It's theirs. They don't have to let you use nothing. You go get what you need for yourself. So you ain't got to even think like that. That's hater mentality. Stop thinking like that. It's theirs. Okay? That's number one. Because I remember I used to think like that. I used to feel like because my sister had money and she had vehicles and I'm struggling, that she should at least let me use one. No, she don't have to. When I started getting my own, I started realizing, oh, I get it. I gotta turn some light on. Because, honey, I'm going to tell you right now. Come on, stand up. It's not easy maintaining your own. And then a person works hard. Some of them work hard. Or however they obtained it is theirs. They are not obligated or entitled to give you nothing. Stop expecting other people's stuff to be available to you. And I'm saying this because people see me with a car, this van, and they really be thinking that I have to give rides. No, I don't. Especially for the simple fact I drive all day. When I get off, I don't want to drive no more. I'm tired. Anywho, and I got to stop saying I'm tired. I'm sick of driving. When I get off work, like I don't want to keep driving more and more and more. I just drove for 8 hours straight, probably 10. This church I had attended, there was some other ladies from the shelter that was attending that church too. So there was a lady picking the other women up. I got a minivan. The lady gonna come and she gonna say, oh, you could pick them up in the morning. She had dropped them off not in the morning. Because she had came on a Saturday. She was like, you can not pick them up. She was like, you can bring them to church in the morning. I could what? It was like 4, maybe 5 ladies, about 4 ladies. Don't assume because I have a minivan that I can pack it out. Don't assume that that's something I want to do. Don't assume that that's something I'm going to do. No. I said, no, ma'am. And then I won't even go into that church that morning. Like the next morning, I was going to my church. I had just visited that church because one of the ladies in the shelter, me and her, like, kind of started speaking on a cool type level. And so she told me what church she went to. And I be liking to go visit other churches. So the lady seen me come twice. She just assumed that I was just going to give them a ride, give all them other people a ride. I don't want all them people in my car. That's why I don't do Uber and Lyft. I don't want people in my car. There's some people like me who don't want people in their car. I don't. And then as soon as I give somebody one ride, they think they entitled to 50 rides. No, don't keep asking me for rides. No. And then I tell people all the time, there's a reason why a person don't have a car. There's a reason why a person doesn't have a house. There's a reason why a person doesn't have money. There's a reason why a person doesn't have a job. There's a reason why a person doesn't have a phone. You need to stop letting them utilize your stuff and find out why they don't have what you have. Because those are simple things that many people can obtain just by getting a job. Might not always be able to obtain a vehicle, but they can obtain some money. They can obtain a place to stay, even if it's a shelter. They can obtain a phone. Government gave out 50,000 phones for free. Go get one or two. No, you can't use my phone. No, I'm not giving you a ride. No, you can't stay with me. No, you can't have my money. Like, what in the world? Especially for the simple fact that I get up every day and have to go to work. I barely want to do that. But I'm doing that to maintain me. I can't maintain me and you both. Stop being entitled to people's stuff. And then they catch an attitude when you say no. Yesterday, dude walked up to my car as I'm pulling into the shelter. He running. They see me running. He running to my car. Can you please take me to Walmart? No, I am burnt out of driving. No. I literally I had just sat in Walmart parking lot. And the reason I sat there so long, because I was tired. Like, my body was drained. I know, I keep saying tired. My body was drained. I could not go anymore. I had to take a break. And the shelter was literally 5 minutes up the road. And I was hungry. I had to put something on my stomach. So when he asked me for a ride, I said no. But let me tell y'all why he asked me for a ride. So one day I was staying in them apartments that I hated so much. And I needed to go pick my vehicle up. I forgot where my vehicle was at or what was going on with it. But I had to go pick my vehicle up. And I seen my neighbors. And I was like, neighbor, can you give me a ride to go get my vehicle? I'll pay you. And he was talking to a dude. And so the dude was like, oh, I'll do it. I got you. The dude needed the gas money. So the dude, who I didn't know, I knew my neighbor, but I didn't know the dude he was standing with. The dude gave us a ride. It was me and my daughter going to get my car. I was going to hop on a bus or take an Uber, but I was like, I can just give him the Uber money. So my neighbor rode with us. It's two guys now. So me and my daughter get in the back seat. The guy gave me a ride to my vehicle. I picked my vehicle up and we came back to the apartment complex. I gave the dude the money. I gave him $20. We wasn't going far enough for me to give $20, but me, I'm going to bless you. I gave him $20. 10 would have sufficed, but I gave him 20 because it was right up the street. So I'm in the shelter. This happened like last year with the vehicle, I think last year or 2 years ago. I'm in the shelter and I see the guy and I'm like, man, he looked familiar. And we start chopping it up around a bunch of us that was just sitting outside waiting to get in. And I told him, I said, you look so familiar. Because him giving me a ride was my first time ever meeting him, ever seeing him. And then he was like telling all his business. So anywho, when I see him at the shelter, I kept saying, you look familiar. I'm like, do you hang out at such and such? He like, no. And I asked him, I said, you ever been to such apartment complex? And he said my neighbor's name. I said, yeah. I said, you the one gave me a ride to my car. He was like, yeah. I said, you don't remember me, Mama D? He was like, yeah, I remember you now. So anywho, long story short, the other day, he was sitting outside on the grass because when we pull up, if we there before 7, we got to sit outside and wait. So we pull up on the grass. I mean, he's sitting on the grass and I pull up and he was just looking drained and tired and it was hot outside, y'all. It was hot. So he was like, you got a cigarette? I'm like, I don't smoke. He was like, man. And he was just looking drained. So I ran to the store. I stopped buying people stuff like this. I stopped. I don't buy drugs. I don't buy alcohol. I don't buy paraphernalia. I don't buy cigarettes. I don't buy cigars. I don't do that anymore. But I was like, he's sitting out there. He looking, drained. And I know he's struggling and he's stressed. He don't have a vehicle anymore. He ain't with the baby mama no more. He's struggling. You obviously struggling. You're in the shelter, right? Well, I can't say obviously, but he's struggling. So I take it upon myself and I go get him a pack of cigarettes. And I bought him a big drink, a Mountain Dew, a big cup with some ice because it's hot out there. I pull up and I hand him the cigs and the drink. Mind you, I'm going against what I said I don't do anymore. So, y'all, I'm hungry and thirsty. Yes, it's from yesterday. Anywho, so he all happy and whatnot. I didn't have to do that. I don't owe him nothing. On the strength that he looked out for me, even though I paid him, I in turn looked out for him, right? Even though I gave him gas money when he looked out for me. And I was asking my neighbor for the ride, not him. He volunteered it because he needed the gas. Fine. Yesterday I pull up, because I did the cigarette thing like the other day. Yesterday I'm pulling in and he run into my car and he like, please can you give me a ride to Walmart to cash my check? And I'm like, no, I am burnt out. When I say I was burnt out, y'all, I was done. I had nothing left in me. He was like, I guess I gotta walk then. Excuse me? Why do you even have an attitude? You was gonna walk anyway. You was walking when you ran up to my vehicle. Just because you see me and you see me with the vehicle does not mean I have to give you a ride. Just because you're looking in distress don't mean I have to help you. You can take that bus. People start to feel entitled. And so I know in his mind, I gave her a ride, but I gave you gas money. You volunteered to give me that ride. And not only that, I looked out for you the other day. You don't keep getting lookouts. Like if I would have known that this was gonna happen, I would have never took that ride, because I didn't ask you for a ride specifically. But I would have never took that ride knowing that it was gonna lead to what happened yesterday. Y'all, when I say he looked at me funny, had a whole attitude, I don't have to do nothing for you. And even if I would have asked you for a ride and you gave me a ride and I never gave you nothing after that, you chose to give me a ride. I don't got to do nothing. But I have a heart and I am kind. And I do things out of kindness. So I gave you gas money and I gave you extra gas money. And I in turn turned around and bought you cigarettes and a drink. I ain't have to do none of that. Stop thinking you are entitled to people's stuff. If somebody does something for you, that's what they wanted to do. Does not mean you got to return the favor. We return favor out of kindness, out of, what's the word? Favor for a favor, I guess. But just because like I told my daughter the other day, she had an apartment. Just because you looked out for people when you had your apartment does not mean they have to look out for you now that they got an apartment and you don't. They don't have to do what you did. It would be nice if they did, but they don't have to. And 9 times out of 10, they're not going to. So anywho, now that y'all heard my TED Talk, stop expecting stuff out of people. Go get your own. And a lot of times, people like me be in God's way. I be in God's way. God trying to get these people to change, to fix their character, to discipline themselves, to do stuff on their own. And here I go trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho. No, stop. God told me the other day to let my daughter go. He got this. I said, okay, Lord, you know what? It's tough. But I'm going to have to do this. Some people have to hit rock bottom and you in the way. They this close to their blessing and you in the way blocking it. Because you think you God. And it's not so much that you just thinking you're God. You doing the work that God wants to do. You in the way. You blocking your own blessings. Because while your hand is touching this, it should be on something else. Your hand should be free for God to give you your blessing. But you too busy tied up doing this. God showed me that the other day. I said, okay, Lord, I'm going to listen. Because, for one, all that I was doing was draining me and my finances. And I'm over here praying and asking God to bless my finances. And here I go throwing them away. Or doing what I know I should not be doing. So, anywho, I gotta pack my bag for work. It's raining, y'all. I'm so mad. I hate driving in the rain. I hate being outside in the rain. I hate working in the rain. All that. My ears don't be dirty, y'all. They just be itching. And I be trying to itching for a scratch. Anywho, I got a bag of trash I need to get rid of. Yeah, you coming up my car today. You got to go. Let's pack this bag. I got some stuff in here. No. Let me finish this banana. Y'all, there was a time I hated bananas. When I say hate it, I don't like them too tough now, but I could tolerate them now that I'm older, and I tricked my mind to say, look, you just got to deal with it. Eat a banana, you need potassium. I did not eat bananas growing up. And I noticed that the foods that contain potassium, I didn't like. None of it. I didn't eat. So I was very low on potassium. Very low. And nobody stressed how important it is to eat foods that have certain vitamins and stuff in it. Nobody ever really stressed that to me. And I do try to chug a bottle of water first thing in the morning before I get coffee or anything. I normally do my water first, then my black coffee with my green tea bag, and then eat something. But I'm doing a little backwards today. Oh, let me take my Geritol. Y'all, I did not know Geritol came in pill form. I was about to get that liquid. And I went to what do you call it? Was it Roses? Yeah, Roses. And they had the Geritol pills. And so what I try to do is I try to get something healthy in me first thing in the morning. Because I know when I get on that bus, I'm going to eat me some chips. I might eat a cookie. But I know I'm going to snack on some chips. That Geritol pill tastes like a prenatal vitamin. That was another thing too. I was taking prenatal vitamins at one time. I wasn't pregnant. Them vitamins is good enough for a pregnant woman to take to make her baby healthy. I know it's good enough for me to take one. Only thing about a prenatal vitamin, it makes the hair on your body grow and it makes it very stubborn. So be careful doing that. Alright, so I'm about to fix my bag and get ready to clock in. I got a few minutes, so I ain't in no rush. And I'm about to finish talking to the Lord, because before I got on camera I was talking to the Lord. It's 5:39. I got 5 minutes before I have to clock in, and then I got 10 minutes after that before I actually have to pull out. So, and then I got to do my pre-checks, pre-trip. So I really don't have 10 minutes. I'll be taking that little 10 minutes to do my pre-trip. I think I might be working somewhere easy today. Anyway, I'll be back. Do4ucorp.org. Y'all, this is a major resource. Y'all screenshot the information. There's a QR code, or you can scan to donate. And there's for more information. You guys can contact them. I'm trying to show you how the business card. I'm making a video.
Oh, this is really,
This is our flyer. Y'all know I love a good resource, so I was driving by the Carter Clinic, 400 Barrett Drive, and let me tell y'all something. I had to stop and be a little nosy because they had a lot going on, and I just knew it was gonna be some resources over there. You see some tents up and some balloon and some food cooking. It's a resource. So I got my little band. I signed in. And I can't tell you about this resource because it's happening right now, and it's only today, June 20th, from 2 to 6, and right now it's like 3:30. But I love me a good resource. Screenshot this, baby, and I hope y'all can get the information. Cause that lady said she helped people with rent. She helped with food, clothes, living expenses, and assistance for seniors, families, and veterans. You hear me? She said her mama started the business, but then she took over. New Beginnings for You, Inc. Listen to me. Y'all know I love a good resource. This is Raleigh, North Carolina. I don't know what resources in your city. Google it. But anywho, the Carter Clinic. I'm pretty sure, look, this is another resource in itself. I'm going to have to do a whole nother video. Anywho, I love y'all and Jesus love y'all better. Bye.